Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Rafael. Much appreciated to everybody that came in from the last episode, and if you didn't catch it, definitely duck back and have a look. But I will sort of recap what we did. So we're starting off a new world here, where I'm just going to take it nice and slow. So today we're going to get started with making a new base. The first things that we're going to have to do to make that base, though, is going to be collect some of the essential resources that we need. So things like iron and wood and all the different wood types, as many as we can find. So we're just going to duck out in the neighboring area and sort of have a look around and see what we can find. I do know that there's some mountains just over in the distance, so we're going to probably start off there, collecting the iron that we can find at the top of the mountains really easily. So let's get into it. So the reason I'm collecting the iron from the mountain area is that I don't want to progress too quickly. So I've decided that I'm only going to collect a few stacks of iron from here just to help with the early game resources for tools and armor. And I think this is good because it'll mean that I can just have a really early game experience and not progress too quickly onto like better iron, diamond and netherite gear. I just want to sort of play really slowly and just enjoy the game at this sort of early stage. So as part of this trip, I did get a couple of stacks of iron, which was great, and I did also get some cobblestone and some other bits and pieces, including some birch saplings and some coal. So it was a great trip, and I'm just going to duck back to base now. So now that we're back at the base, let's get some of this raw iron cooked up first. And then one of the other things that I really need to get going is all of the tree types. So any of the trees that I've got available to me now, I need to get them planted so that I can start regrowing some of these saplings. I want to have an availability of all these sort of wood types to start off the game, because it just means that I can build with more different block pallets and all the rest. So let's get these all planted up. And I'm really curious to know, what's your favorite type of wood in the game at the moment? I know a lot of people would be quite partial to the new pale oak, seeing as it's the new wood type, but I've always had a liking to birch wood, but be interested to know what everybody else likes. So I currently have spruce, oak, dark oak and birch woods types available to me, but I definitely need to get a couple more of the other ones. So let's go on a bit of a trip out and see if I can find any other types of wood. Oh, nice. While I'm out here adventuring, I can see that there's another type of thing that I need to find, was a village, and it's just around the corner from where I'm currently building, which is awesome. So I do have access to villages now, which is good. I don't think I'm going to be using them too much at the start of this playthrough. Eventually, I probably will want to have access to them, but at this point, I'm just happy just to progress slowly through the early game and probably not use villagers to ramp up that progression really quickly. So I'll have a look what they've got available in their village houses and see what I can find. Now, if you have a look at some of these villages as I walk past them as well, you might see their eyes moving and some other funny facial features and stuff. That's from a mod resource pack I use called Fresh Animations. I quite like this one. It actually gives animals, mobs, villagers, and some other things in the game some different movement, which just sort of gives the game a bit more life. And I just got my first crop of the game, which is awesome. Other than wheat seeds, I've obviously already got those, but I just got some potatoes, which is awesome. So I can actually start up a farm once I get back to the base as well. And it's actually quite a small village, so I've checked out all the houses now. Only a few of them had chests in them, which is disappointing, and I didn't find any armor or anything else useful that I might have been wanting to use. I was really hoping to find a saddle, but I guess I'm probably going to have to find one of those from maybe a dungeon spawner or something like that later in the game. So I'll probably just leave this village here and we'll move on to the next thing. So I continued my adventures out into the areas around my base, and I did find another ruined portal, which is awesome. So I'm just going to quickly check that one out. Nice, a golden apple. That'd be really useful. I might end up using that one potentially for either curing zombie villagers if I can't be bothered to move some back to my base, or potentially even just for fighting harder mobs if I go into the Nether or something like that. So just over the hill from the ruined portal, I found this small acacia savanna village. This is really handy because it means I do get a few more saplings here, which is really good because I do like the acacia wood. And hopefully I can continue to find a few more resources before heading back to the base. Now I realized when I was editing this, I actually made a big error when I was going to all these villages. I actually completely forgot to pick up any of the crops that were actually in the cropland. So potentially I might have to go back and look for carrots and beetroots at these villages so that I've got access to the full range of all of the crops that are available in Minecraft. Because I do feel like having large crop fields always adds a lot of ambience to an area. Alright, probably time to duck out of this village, and I'm going to go over to the jungle that I can see off in the distance, and hopefully I can find a few more of the goodies that the jungle villagers might have, or potentially just jungle saplings, cocoa beans, bamboo, anything like that, so that'd be really good. Alright, while I was exploring the jungle area, I did find another ruined portal, and this is starting to feel like one of the main sort of structures that I'm finding in this world, which they are quite useful, but sadly they don't sort of bring some of the resources that I really want for early game. I'm really wanting a saddle. Having a horse or a donkey or something early game would be pretty game breaking. As my inventory is pretty much jam-packed and I don't have anything else to carry things in, I'm going to have to duck back to the base and drop off some of these resources. When rowing back to the base, I actually went the long way in the opposite direction back to the base. And I luckily did this because it sort of opened up the map a little bit more for me, and I found this jungle temple, which is pretty cool because it's right on the edge of an ocean. So always really keen to see these sort of structures. And they do actually have a couple of resources like pistons in them, so I'm going to duck in there and have a look what's in there. So as I haven't already done it in this world, I'm going to quickly craft myself a shield, which will stop any skeletons from being able to kill me with a couple of shots, which will be good. And I'm going to just jump in there and have a look what I can find. Well, that definitely sounded like a creeper. Let's just see around this corner. Nope, not around that one. Oh, there it is. Okay, yep. Come on, buddy. Hey, Monster Hunter, that's sick. I didn't actually realize I haven't killed any other mobs in this world yet. Oh, there's two of them. That's not... Oh, okay. Well, that one took care of the other two. Yeah, nice. I'll take these dispensers with me as well, which is really handy. That means I don't have to craft them up myself, and I'll probably find some sort of use for them. And if I just dig through this wall here, I'll be able to find the bonus chest, which is really handy, and I'll also be able to take the pistons out of this wall here. Yeah, nice. A little bit of gold, which never hurts. And I'll take these pistons, as I said, and then I'm going to duck back home. See you there. Home sweet base. So it's great to finally come back from this adventure, and I think I've knocked over a few things that I wanted to get off the resource list. So, oh, okay, that is a very large cavern. Okay, I definitely have to go duck down and have a look at that. And there's a geode at the bottom, which is cool. Looks like a huge cave. Yeah, nice. So I'll drop these resources back, and we got a few things that we definitely wanted. So bamboo's ticked off the list, which is awesome. That's very easily renewable chests and stuff. And I got some of the other wood types. I got acacia, and I got some extra gold, which is good. So definitely a worthwhile trip. So I'll chuck these saplings down so that I got some renewable versions of them, and we can keep growing these up and harvesting the wood. And that knocks out 6 of the wood types that I've got now, so that's really awesome. I think there's about 9 wood types in Minecraft now. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, definitely super helpful to be able to have all those. Oh, nice, and a free chicken egg. So as my inventory is now full, I'm just going to pop all this away quickly, and then I can work out what I want to get done next. So thinking more about that huge cave that I saw underneath my base, I definitely want to start doing a little bit of strip mining and all the rest to sort of see what's below my base. It'd be great to find a dungeon spawner, so I'm going to start digging down right now and start the stairwell, and I'll come back to you once it's done. So I've started digging this stairwell down pretty low, and I found a cave system, so I've ducked in just to see what's going on, and I found my first mob. Now luckily, because I built that shield earlier, the skeleton's not too much of a problem for me, but I just need to investigate these caves to see if I can find anything of interest, including like coal obviously is quite useful at this point in the game, but I'm mostly looking for a way down to deep slate so I can find diamonds, and preferably I would like to find a dungeon spawner of any type so I can start looking for a saddle. Yeah, nice. I think I found a way into the larger cave system, and I can see over there a little bit of moonlight, it looks like, that's coming in from above. So potentially that's one of the cracks in the earth that come down from where my base is. And yeah, this does look like exactly the one we were looking down earlier. There's a geode at the bottom here, which is always good. So I've got access to smooth basalt and calcite, and obviously amethyst here as well, which is awesome. So that'll be really handy. And hopefully this is in loaded chunks so that I can find it quite easily and make a geode farm out of it in the future. Now, caving at this point in the game with only 3 points of armor, I definitely probably wouldn't do this in hardcore. So I'm really actually enjoying being able to have the freedom to come down here and do some caving and do the early game Minecraft without the stress of sort of gearing up before I do it. I've definitely been enjoying this playthrough more from the fact that I can kind of go out and do things at my own pace, and I don't kind of have to be geared up for it. So I'm sort of not pushing my progression. So I'm definitely thinking this is a good argument as to why people shouldn't play hardcore. Not that I don't think it's a good gameplay, but I think for long-term world and sort of having that starter where you sort of don't rush things too quickly, I think this is a really good argument not to play it. And ouch, that guy has got some sort of hectic bow, to be honest. He hit me for 4 hearts there, so I really want him to drop this hopefully. Hey, we got the bow, and it's only power 1. Well, I guess that's because I've only got low armor, so. Alright, let's see what else we can find in these caves. So, I've decided to actually strip back some of this amethyst. It'll expose some more of the budding amethyst, but also it'll allow me to get some of these blocks, which I probably will use in an initial build. So I'll just quickly gather up as much of this as I can and take it back up to the surface. Nice, and as you can see, I've put some spruce stairs here all the way up our stairwell. So that's going to be my easy way of getting up and down this strip mine, and will help me get those early game resources, which I'll definitely need. Now, I definitely will apologize in advance. I am notorious for making chest monsters. So as you can see, currently there's 2 double chests, but I'm sure this will be a sprawling mess of chests soon. If anybody has any great ideas about how I can stay organized, especially in this early game, be it through some sort of resource hub or some other organization method, I'd be happy to hear about it in the comments if you want to let me know. But to be honest, I am so unorganized with all the resources. So I'm going to quickly use some of the iron that we gathered up at the start of the episode, and I'm going to make a quick little furnace lava source array. So this will just create infinite lava sources once I eventually put the lava up the top. And they'll just drip down through the dripstone I found earlier in one of the caves. And that will just let me just use buckets to fuel all my furnaces early game, and it means that I won't have to commit any of the coal that I've found, which will be super handy. Now I'm just going to quickly go for another little bit of a voyage across the water just near my base, and I can see a dark oak forest just there, and I can see further off into the back of it a tall peaked mountain, and I'm hoping that I can actually find the new Power Garden biome just past that. Now there is a slight chance that it'll be there. It quite often sort of forms in these larger dark oak forests, so let's just go check it out. So as you can see, as I come around the top of this mountain through the dark oak forest, there is a pale garden biome right here. So I'm just going to grab a couple of these resources. I mostly just want the saplings, but I'm also going to pick up a fair bit of the pale moss while I'm here because it's really nice as a building block with like cobblestone and a few of the other grades. And I wouldn't mind using it in an initial build that I'm going to do. Alright, well, as I've got most of the resources that I sort of wanted to collect today, which is a fair bit of the wood types, iron, a bit of stone from down in the mines, and I do have a fuel source now. I think I'm going to leave the episode here. Next episode, I'm hoping to get started on some sort of base arrangement. I'm thinking of something with a white and grey palette, but let me know down in the comments if you want to see something in particular. I'm always happy for suggestions. Be it either build ideas, pictures, concept art, anything like that. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give me a like or a comment. I really appreciate you guys coming in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.